anyway on issues. So why not just cleave that nice and cleanly for us? And now here's two separate groups. They want everything. Here's us men. They want everything. And in fact, boy, you stated it beautifully. That's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for you. Yeah, I got to ask you, before we talk about the Women Warrior Pack.
Yes, sir.
This is my interpretation. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, please. But if you look to women in politics and the three most powerful female politicians right now, at least in terms of perception, it's got to be Michelle Bachmann, and she's got her own baggage. Okay, she turns some people off. You have got Hillary Clinton and she's an amazing woman, whether you agree with her politics or not. Yet, but Hillary's an odd cat. She's. I don't liken her to anybody else. She puts up with strange things that no other woman would put up with for a greater goal that only she sees. She's very accomplished, but I don't know if she's representative to women any longer. And Sarah Palin, yet even though she's not really in politics and holds no office, is that the kind of representation of all three of them that you're looking for? And am I right about them being the leading icons, if not the leaders?
You know what, I would say, and I think you should be fair, because you just put up two really, hot conservatives.
Yes.
You have to put up, to be fair, you got to have two liberals and two conservatives. So let's say Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Yes. Yes, Tiffiny Ruegner, let's play fair.
Yes, I am completely about playing fair.
Yeah, this is like there's one kid left on the dodgeball pick list. It's Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Yes. I completely agree with this. Now I feel like it's balanced. You know who I feel bad for right now? Hillary Clinton.
What? I'm on this funny kick today. I wrote a fantastic blog. I'm going to send it to you.
Good.
But I've been laughing all day. I came across a study from UCLA.
Yes.
And they put it out in September, and it said the GOP has a feminine face, UCLA study finds. And what that says is the more conservative a voting record a woman has, the more feminine they are. Now,
I saw that last week as well.
I don't want to use the word feminine. Let's
They just couldn't say prettier, could they?
It's hotter, is what they meant to say.
Yeah.
But I think feminine was like the scientific term for hot.
They could, yeah. And if they say prettier, then that particular newspaper actually dies. So
if we were to tag each of these women on like a hotness scale,
yes,
it totally fits. And they actually call it the Michelle Bachmann effect, which I was pretty impressed. Now, you asked me...
Really? On top of Sarah Palin, you have to admit, we're devolving a little bit here, but Sarah Palin is a way better looking woman than Michelle Bachmann.
They were talking about politicians actually in office.
Got it. Sorry.
And I don't think they included shoes in that, because Sarah Palin, I have seen those shoes over and over.
Yes.
They are pretty awesome. And I've copied her a few times, I'd have to say.
Who wouldn't?
But your question was, do these
are you well represented by the leading females that are out there for what you're looking for, which is actually the freedom to practice the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness?
I would say I am represented by a Michelle Bachmann or Sarah Palin, because what they do is they give me a choice, right? They empower you, and they say, hey, you can go out there and do whatever you want. But with the left, like a Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they tell you, well, you should do this, you should do that. Like, they kind of define you in a box, what a feminist is. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't have on the left, we don't have a title for women of the left. I mean, mothers, aunts, sisters, daughters, but it's not as catchy as feminist. But really on the left, a feminist is in a tight box, and you know exactly what a feminist beliefs are. They believe in abortion. They believe in, I guess the new thing is contraception. Like, they believe that women are too poor to pay for their own, satisfaction tools or whatever. So I would say that these ladies, Michelle Bachmann and Sarah Palin, and I would even say Sandy Adams, they're women that empower me, because their whole goal and their whole focus is on the Constitution, life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. And for every single being, it means something different. For feminists, it only means one or two things. You have a list of things that you got to follow to be in that box.
Can I hold you there? Can you hold over for a break?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Tiffiny Ruegner's with us. The article is Women Are Not Pawns. We're going to open the phones on this issue in a couple of minutes, 490-2020. Back in a minute on KMJ.
There's just something about the Central Valley's locally grown, organically stimulating, garden-fresh conversation. And that's what we're serving up with Inga Barks from 1 to 3 p.m. on 105.9 The FM KMJ.
Chris Daniel back here, and we are with Tiffiny Ruegner. The article is Women Are Not Pawns, and the organization is the Women's Warriors PAC. Tiffiny, we haven't said a word about it. Tell me about it.
Oh, well, I'd love to. We are a political action committee who is designed to help out really good conservative female candidates.
Yes.
And additionally, right now, because of this fictitious war on women, we decided we would be the counter statement to that. You know, you've got MoveOn.org is making awesome ads about how poor victim women can't get their contraception and their rights are being trodden upon by old white Republican men, that we decided we have to counterbalance that and we have to educate women. The left shouts a lot louder than we do, and they have access to all the free media they want.
So, are you working with Liz Emkin, by the way? Elizabeth Emkin?
I don't think so.
She's going up against Feinstein. I was hoping I know this is your Women's Warriors PAC is brand new, but I'd love to see you going with it.
It was kind of handed over to me with a list of candidates that they had started out supporting, and then I kind of geared it up to be a direct defense for women against Obama. So,
good for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's like really, if we can educate women that the left, that they're just spewing out a whole bunch of rhetoric, and if we can educate women on what Obama has really done for women, we can drive them to the polls. And if we can drive them to the polls, they're going to vote for that more conservative candidate anyway. 30% of Republican women did not vote in 2010.
The number is, again, I'm sorry, Tiffiny?
30% of Republican women didn't vote in 2010. And it was 40% didn't vote in 2008. And so what we need to do is, if we can drive that 30% to the polls,
yes,
we would cream Obama. And we have to do that with a really big get out the vote movement. And so what we're trying to do is get women excited about being a woman warrior. They're putting on their Facebook page, "I'm a woman warrior, my vote is my weapon." And so you probably have seen them already pop up. We started the beginning of last week having people create these. We have dozens of women who are creating their Facebook profile pages saying their vote is their weapon, because we aren't helpless victims.
I've got about a minute.
Sure.
You're definitely coming back, and we'll talk more about this, but I've got about a minute now. Since you need every day you've got and every hour you've got till election time, what is the best access point for women out there for Women Warriors PAC?
I need women to go to womenwarriorspac.com.
All right.
And when you go there, you can sign up, and you can actually recruit as many women as you want, and we will greet you with open arms. But we've got to be able to get out our message.
And there's Facebook access there?
Yep, Women Warriors PAC on Facebook.
So either way, you don't care which way they go?
We prefer that you go to the website, because there's a special tool where you can build your own team and you build your political capital. So it's a way for you personally to track what you're accomplishing.
Tiffiny, in a 10-second answer, and I know that when I'm about to ask you, this is not, I know what they mean. I'm asking you what you mean. Is there a war on women in this country?
I believe that there's a war on freedom, and that freedom is affecting women. So yes, there is a war on women, and it is from the left, who continually try to control the family and to take away money from the family that we need to train our children up.
Nice to meet you. Can't wait to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Tiffiny Ruegner, everybody. Women Warriors PAC on KMJ.
Afternoons 3 to 5. Chris Daniel live and local in the Central Valley.
Great article we found over at DustinStockton.com. It's called Women Are Not Pawns, and the author is Tiffiny Ruegner. Hi, Tiffiny.
Hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Don't miss a minute.
Is there a war on women in this country?
I believe that there's a war on freedom, and that freedom is affecting women. So yes, there is a war on women, and it is from the left to control the family.
Chris Daniel, afternoons 3 to 5 on 105.9 The FM KMJ. Chris Daniel, FM.